good, you guys? It's your boy, Kid Ginger Vlogs. We're back again. I went to Asda and then paid £5.50 for a jar of gravy. How and in whose right mind is a jar of gravy worth £5.50? I don't know if you can see my Asda bag in the back there. Look, you see it there, right over my shoulder. That's where the gravy is. That's where the culprit that cost £5.50 is. How and in what right mind is gravy £5.50? In what world do you pay £5.50 for gravy? Honestly. But mum, I got it for you, so, because I don't eat gravy, guys. The only time I've had gravy or eaten gravy is like twice, and I put mint sauce in that just to get the flavour away, because I just don't like that beef. I like beef, don't get me wrong, I love meat and everything, but that beef taste on the gravy, it's not real. It's not even, it's like, what do you call it? It's not real beef. It's all additives and preservatives and all that crap to make it taste like that. It's not real. It's not a real sauce. Proper sauce comes in a bottle, you squeeze it. It's ketchup, it's brown, it's mayonnaise, it's whatever. It comes in a bottle, you squeeze it. Sauce that you have to add water to dissolve it, to make it into a consistency of mayo, or however thick you like it. But £5.50 for a jar of gravy, just because of the branding on there. It's a marketing strategy, because all gravy is made in the same place. It's made in a big container in a factory somewhere. It's just chucked in a different colour tub with a different logo on it, different label, different price, but it's the same exact thing. Some, alright, the batch didn't turn out as good, so we can still sell it, we'll just sell it for a lower fraction of the cost. Because the fraction of the cost will be 50p, £1, depending. I'm not saying don't have gravy, don't eat gravy, don't like gravy, but £5.50, man. On to the next part of the vlog, guys. The shop I've been trying to get to, always closed. Whenever I try and get there, never ever open. I don't know why, it's always closed. But now I know the reason why. The lady that I went and spoke to, she was telling me a little story about why the shop was always closed and why she's never there. About 6 months ago, she lost her brother. Basically, his friend, her brother's friend, had passed away. The brother was healthy, he was like 38 years old, never like had any issues, never had any problems with his body. But then all of a sudden, this friend of his died, and 10 hours later, she said, the brother of hers had a heart attack and passed away the same day as the friend. Sometimes, guys, I believe in this, because to lose that person, it can affect you in a way that no one else can understand. And the way you understand when you go through that same trauma and that same stress. But the lady was telling me that, like, the brother died, so when her brother died, like 10 hours later, it changed her life, and for the last 6 months, she hasn't been able to function properly as a person and as herself. So that's why the shop's never like open. It was an interesting story. I did purchase some stuff from the shop. I had about a 15-minute conversation with her. Very meaningful, very like thoughtful, because how I look at the world nowadays, guys, is you never know what somebody else is going through. And that could be anything from losing somebody to just not feeling well in themselves. But I'll always say, treat everybody as you want to be treated. Take time to listen to somebody. Take time to actually care. Take 5 minutes out of your day to actually hear their story. And just be there. Don't butt in. Just listen. Just be a shoulder for someone to like talk to. That lady probably doesn't have anybody to talk to, because people just go in there and go, how much is this? What's the price of this? And she just answers because it's just a question she's being asked. But I took the opportunity to have a conversation with this lady. And for myself, to actually just listen and understand and just tell her I hope it gets better, I hope things change, and I hope as a person you become more with yourself and get back to like being yourself. Because losing a family member, losing a friend, losing anybody, it's hard for anybody to understand when you've grown up with somebody for that long, to then have them no longer be there. It might resonate with some people that have lost people, but if you haven't lost anybody, just be someone that will be there to listen. Because that's all people want these days. They don't want to bore you to death or anything like that. But the story didn't bore me to death. I was just there being someone to listen to her. Because losing a family member is never nice. I mean, I've lost members in the past, but it's not about me. This was about the journey that she just had for the last 6 months that's affected her. Her shop doesn't function as she wanted it to, because this has just hit her so hard. And for somebody to not be able to function properly because your head's not there, because you've lost a member of your family that's been with you since you've been born, and since they've been born you've seen them every single day for the last 38 years. 38 years is a long time, and it's a long time to be on this planet. But then to lose that, it's such a big change in your life when they're there every day to the fact that they're not there anymore. I just want to say sorry for your loss, and I hope things do get better for you, and I hope in time that as a person you can get over the grief and start making them changes and making them steps towards the things you want to work and do. I mean, I don't know this lady's story fully, I don't know the backstory. I just know that the shop that I visited to get the item I was looking for, she had it in stock, and that's what I was going there for. That was the cause of my journey, to go to there. I seen it in the window and purchase something. But the fact that I gave somebody like 15 minutes of my time, it didn't cost me anything, but that 15 minutes has probably changed that woman's day for the rest of the day. When I go back there, I can say, how are you doing? Have things got better? Do you feel better? Never be ignorant to people that just want to talk, because there's always somebody there that'll listen to you. So just be there when somebody wants you to listen to them.